Welcome to Champ Talk, and I'm your host, Cornelius K9 Bundrich, former two-time IBF World Champion, and welcome to the channel. So, what I want to talk about on the channel, alright, yeah, I went into my matrix. So, what I want to talk about on the channel is the three big fights that's coming up. Three big fights. One big fight is this weekend, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. Another fight is the weekend after that, which is Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence, or if you want to say it a different way, Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. And another fight, which is actually not a fight, but it is a fight, is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford versus Bob Arum. Right. So we're going to get this party started in a few seconds. Yeah, so it's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. And I'm excited. Definitely excited. And I'm happy that boxing is still thriving in this pandemic where fans are not even being allowed to actually come into the arena. Well, some fight cards are actually allowing fans. When I fought a few weeks ago, we actually had a few fans there. But I be so focused on my fights that if my wife isn't there or my son, saying things, them only people I can actually hear. I might hear a few barks here and there, I appreciate the barks, but I be so focused on my fight that all I can actually really hear is my wife and maybe my son. But to be honest with you, the only person I really can hear is my wife. But I remember one particular time I was actually fighting, and I had a conversation in my spirit with God, and I'm hitting this guy, which was Corey Spinks, with everything but the kitchen sink, and he would not go anywhere. And I'm talking to God. I'm like, God, I know I'm supposed to be here, but when is it gonna happen? And I basically heard the spirit say, just keep working. And within seconds, I was the new IBF World Champion. And I thank God for that to this day. I became a world champion. This is something I can live with and my kids can live with forever. Forever, ever? Yes, forever, ever. Their daddy became a world champion. Now, when I fought home in my fight against Ishe Smith, I lost the title. But in losing the title, I was able to gain the title back and become a two-time world champion. Just for people that thought, man, he was lucky, that it wasn't a mistake. I got it back another time. And that's how I became a two-time world champion. Now, the way that I'm feeling with this last fight I just had, I actually think I could become a three-time world champion. Now, if I fight Charlo and he has all the belts with just one fight, I could actually become a six-time world champion with one fight. And that's what I would love to do, to be able to fight one person and win 3 belts. I would be a 5-time world champion, and I would give God all the glory and all the praise. And that's all God wants. God just wants the praise, and he wants the glory. So, if he give it to you, you better give it back. If you give it back, he's going to continue to upgrade you. You're going to continue to go high and go straight to the top. That's right. We want to go straight to the top. I don't know nobody that gets in any sport or anything they're doing that don't want to be the best. Nobody gets in a ring or goes to a job and say, hey, I just want to just get paid and I want to work for less. No, they want to get the most out of what they're getting. They want to be the best. When I started boxing, I didn't say, hey, I want to be number 2. Hey, I want to be number 3 or number 4. Hey, I want to come in last place. No, I want to be the champ. I don't want to be number 1. I want to be the champ. You can be number 1. You can be number 2. But I want to be the champ. And that's what we should all strive for, is to be the best. Unfortunately, somebody got to come in second place. So if you can't be number 1 in a row of being number 2, but you should strive to be the best. Now, this weekend, we got Mike Tyson. I don't know if I could say he's coming out of retirement because the fight is an exhibition, but let's say he's coming out of retirement because he haven't gotten a ring in a whole lot of years. I don't know. It's been a decade. It's been 15 years, but he hasn't gotten in the ring and had a fight. Because you got to remember, even when Mike Tyson spar, it's a fight. We can call this fight an exhibition all we want to, but the fight between Roy Jones and Mike Tyson is not an exhibition. Roy Jones knows that his life is on the line. He is training harder than he ever trained before in his life. When Roy Jones was at his best, I can guarantee you he never got in the ring like he's getting in the ring this weekend saying, hey, man, this guy's going to try to kill me. This is probably the most worried he's ever been in his life. He is getting in there with danger. That's right. This is danger. You talking about Mike Tyson. He's getting in there with a guy. When they were both fighting, Mike Tyson was fighting heavyweight. When Roy Jones turned pro, he was a junior middleweight. We talk about 154 pounds versus a guy that was fighting 220 pounds. So we talk about a 70-pound difference. Even though now as you get older, you gain weight. You know, look at Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns for that welterweight. He walks around now, and welterweight is 147. He walks around now weighing 200 and something pounds. That's right. So as you get older, you gain more mass, you gain fat, you get muscles, you just get bigger. Flat out, you just get bigger. So Roy Jones is 200 some pounds now, but he's not a natural heavyweight. Mike Tyson is a natural heavyweight. And the last thing that leaves you when you box is your power. Mike Tyson power has never went anywhere. Roy Jones, his natural power was his speed. He knocked guys out because they didn't see the punches coming. So guess what? The speed isn't there anymore. You can't tell me Roy Jones is fast as he was when he was 20-something, being 51 now. So Roy Jones, what he relies on the most isn't there anymore. Speed. But he still should be faster than Mike Tyson because he's a natural smaller guy. But at the same time, from the looks of the pad work that he's been getting, it looks like he's working on just throwing fast punches. I think what needs to be fast is his legs. He needs to get in and get out. Rest in peace to Walter Smith, who was a famous crunk trainer. He always told me, he said, a man stay still, a man get killed. But if you move away, you live to see another day. So Roy Jones must stick and move. He must get up out of there. You know what I mean? I don't know a burglar that goes to someone's house and stays in there and wait for the police to come to take him to jail, or waits for the owner to come home to shoot them. No, he's in and out. I don't know a bank robber that go into a bank and say, we just gonna wait for the police. No, in and out. And that's what Roy Jones has to do. He has to be in and out. He has to go into the bank. The bank is Mike Tyson because all the money he's getting paid for this fight, Mike Tyson is the bank. He must go and get the bank and get up out of there. That's what he has to do. And he could be successful. Now, with the ball being in Mike Tyson's ballpark, the favorite is in his hand. He's the one that's calling all the shots. I'm quite sure that Mike Tyson has the ring small. So if it's a small ring, that favors Mike Tyson. Yes, the small ring favorite Mike Tyson. Why? Because now the cat that chases the rat or the mouse don't have nowhere to really go. See what I'm saying? But if you put a mouse in a big house, it's harder to catch him because you don't know where he at. So the ring, most likely, if Mike Tyson had it his way, which I do believe he has it his way, is that it'll be a small ring. Now, Mike Tyson might feel that, hey, he might be a little arrogant and say, hey, I'm going to knock him out regardless, and might say, hey, it don't matter what ring. You know what I'm saying? He might not be the person that says the size of the ring. Roy Jones might say, hey, man, can we have a bigger ring? And Mike Tyson probably said, sure. Yeah, you can have, it's okay. So you know how he talk. So that's going to play a big key in this fight to see how big the ring is. Will it be a 20 by 20? Will it be a 14 by 14? If it's a small ring, it's even more to the favor of Mike Tyson. If it's a bigger ring, it's more of a favor to Roy Jones. Now, in the favor of being a Roy Jones is that, not saying that he's going to win because it's a bigger ring, but he don't have to worry about probably get knocked out. He got a better chance of surviving, you know. And Roy Jones has a big heart. He has a big heart, and I don't think he wants to go into this fight just as a survivor. I think he's going to actually go out there and try to fight and prove to everybody, hey, I don't care. I'm still Roy Jones. I'm still Superman. But, you know, trying to prove to the fans that he is still Roy Jones and he still got it can cause a lot of damage. It can actually get him hurt. So I look forward to seeing this fight. You know, I'm a little nervous for Roy Jones. I'm still excited that boxing will be, you know, it'll be like the Super Bowl this weekend. Everybody and their mama will be watching the fight. All eyes on me. Remember Tupac had that song? All eyes on me. All eyes will be on boxing. You know, everybody will be calling up somebody that they know that's a boxer, that's a world champion, or either a person that boxes. They'll be calling them up, trying to get some insight or asking them, you know, where the fight's gonna be at. I was so happy to get back in the ring a couple of weeks ago because, you know, old is in style again. You know what I'm saying? Old money still spin. So, you know, me getting in the ring at 47 and people talking about, man, K9, you still boxing? Well, you ain't saying that about Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. They still boxing. You ain't talking about is Mike Tyson still boxing? You excited to see him fight. So, yeah, K9 is still boxing at 47 years old. I'm 4 years younger than Roy Jones. I'm 8 years, because Mike Tyson's 55, so I'm 8 years younger than Mike Tyson. And Bernard Hopkins won his world title to become the oldest world champion at the age of 46, and then he surpassed it and broke his own record at the age of 47, 48. So, you know, as long as you taking care of yourself, you could do a lot of things in the sport of boxing. You know, I live a clean Christian life. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I stay prayed up. I work out. I take care of my family. There's no stress involved. So, you know, I'm good. So, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones is on paper an exhibition, but it is not an exhibition. It's not. If it was an exhibition, I don't think it would be so many people talking about the fight and interested in watching it, because everybody and their mama know that Mike Tyson is going to try to knock out Roy Jones, and Roy Jones is going to try to knock out Mike Tyson. Now, Mike Tyson, I'm a big Mike Tyson fan, and he is one of the reasons why I started boxing. I'm actually a big Roy Jones fan too, and I love seeing some Roy Jones fights, especially early on in his career. And I just hope at the end of the day, though, neither man gets hurt seriously. I hope the fan and the public love what they see. I hope it's not, you know, a black eye for boxing. I hope that nothing crazy happen. You know what I mean? Crazy things have happened in the sport of boxing before, like a man coming into the ring on a parachute. You know what I'm saying? While Holyfield and Riddick Bowe was finna fight, it was a man in a parachute. He was on a parachute and flew inside the ring. So I just hope it ain't nothing crazy happen during the fight. You know what I'm saying? And now this fight card is a great fight card. And what I mean by great fight card, do you know that Paul Logan is finna fight against the basketball player. What's the basketball player name, Shawana? Nate Robinson. So they finna get ready to fight each other. So that is gonna actually probably be the fight of the night. You know, Nate Robinson is a great athlete, but I think he might have bit off more than he can chew. Because I think that Logan, you know, the Paul Logan, you know, I think that he's going to actually win that fight, because I don't think Nate has enough time to prepare for the fight to get ready. So that's what it is when it comes to this card, you know. And we got Badu Jack is actually about to fight, and I'm quite sure they're giving him a soup can. You know what I'm saying? Good thing that, you know, he's actually donating his whole purse to charity. His own charity, which is a good thing, you know. He loved the kids, and he loved, you know, to give back, and we all should love to give back. Mike Tyson is dedicating his purse to a charity too, so it's all good, you know. Hey, it's all about giving back. Terence Crawford and Bar Arum. Yeah, I talked about Arum not too long ago too. You know, I was trying to get a little information out of him, you know, but he'll be on my show next week. But yeah, Bar Arum and Terence Crawford are not seeing eye to eye. Not 100% anyway, you know. So Terence Crawford has 1 year left in a contract with Top Rank. And Bar Aram says that word on the streets. You know what I mean? I haven't actually heard it from the horse's mouth, but I've been seeing these little interviews, and in an interview I heard that Bar Aram has said that he's not all that interested in promoting Terence Crawford because he's losing money on promoting Terence Crawford. I think that a promoter should do his job as a promoter. I think that social media has made it easy for the promoters, and promoters done got relaxed. Now all they have to do is just sit there and count their money. In social media, a lot of these fights are getting made on social media. Yeah, they're getting made on social media. So the promoters don't have to really do too much. You know what I'm saying? The fighters, I don't like you either. So now everybody on social media like, oh man, they talk about they don't like each other. And they be like, well, let's fight then. Let's fight. Let's play big money, take little money. Let's play big bank, take little bank. All right, then what's happening? So now all the promoter got to do is say, okay, now all they got to do is call the other promoter and let man, y'all want to fight? Yeah, we want to fight. They want to fight each other. You hear them talking, and the crowd is involved. The social media is involved. The subscribers and they retweeting and they liking. And guess what? Now it's a fight. So I just think that in that situation with Bar Aram is I think that you could actually saying like if you're not making your money with Terence Crawford, you definitely can make your money with Terence Crawford because he is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. If not the best fighter, pound for pound fighter in the world, he's definitely number 2 or 3. I mean, who could you put before him? Maybe Canelo Alvarez. Maybe. Who else? That's it. You know what I'm saying? We can't say Teofimo Lopez. I mean, he won a big fight against Lomachenko, but that is enough to be pound for pound number 1. I think Terence Crawford is pound for pound number 1, and I think that Bar Aram, the top rank, could probably just do a better job at promoting him. I understand that all the welterweights or the big names are actually over at PBC, so maybe that isn't the reason. Maybe that's the reason why that Bar Aram can't get his money or get the money that he's looking to get for a fight for Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford demands a lot of he demands a lot of money because he's pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. So you have to pay him, and so in doing so, they need somebody with a big name to draw that interest to make that big money fight, that pay-per-view fight. See, ESPN probably has already gave Top Rank a budget, and this is what we're gonna give y'all. But with pay-per-view not being involved, Terence Crawford fighting his fights on ESPN. The money probably isn't there. The kind of money that Bar Aram probably looking at to get. So if you fight Terence Crawford with Errol Spence, now you could take that fight that's on ESPN and make it an ESPN pay-per-view along with pay-per-view with Showtime and CBS. So you need a fight like that. You need something that big to make your money. When Top Rank was promoting Floyd Mayweather, it probably was the same situation. Floyd, if Bar Aram probably looked at Floyd and said, hey, I'm giving him more money than I'm making, because Floyd was a great fighter at that time. He probably was even a better fighter when he was Pretty Boy than he actually is at Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather sold tickets. He was more of a businessman, but Pretty Boy Floyd, the one that was that Top Rank, was no joke. But like I say, I don't know what had happened, but Floyd, what I'm saying, he was with Top Rank, and I think that he saw that he wanted to go further, and that Top Rank was not pushing him to go further. I don't know if it's that they can't push a fighter to go forward. You know what I mean? I think they can. I just don't know if he believed that Floyd could go that far, or if he believed that Terence Crawford could go that far. They can, especially with the the talent they have. It's a little different with Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford is quiet. Floyd, he talks more so he can sell himself more. But when you got a guy that like Terence Crawford who's not that much of a talker, you got to be the talker for him, or you got to set up all these interviews. You got the platform on ESPN, so you can have all the guys that work for ESPN, like Stephen A. Smith, You got with Teddy Ellis. You got all these guys that you can have do interviews with Terence Crawford. On ESPN because you got that platform. So you gotta bring the best out of him when it comes to the marketing part. Do a few commercials. You know what I'm saying? You got ESPN. It's the biggest sports channel in the world. You could do some sports. Do some little Gatorade commercials. Put them in a few commercials or whatever. Get more people talking about Terence Crawford. Because he's not a talker. His personality is that I'm gonna fight. I do all my talking in a ring with my hands. So and I respect that. So I just feel like that Top Rank probably could do a better job at promoting Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he barked back. He barked back, and said that, hey, what I'm saying, if you don't feel like you getting your money worth out of me, or you don't feel like what I'm saying, that I'm worthy to get paid what I'm getting paid, or if it's a problem, let me go. And I don't think that happened, because he still got a year to go. But I don't know if PBC or the Zone, will step in and say, okay, they got beef with each other. He go a couple of $100 million. We'll buy Terence Crawford out of his contract and bring him to us. I know once he becomes a free agent, he's going to be on high demand. High demand. Now, I don't know if he's going to actually sign back with Bar Aram and Top Rank. I think that Terence Crawford is a real one. And I think the reason why he re-signed with him because they actually gave him his first shot. But at the end of the day, it's business. And the realest people you want to be realist to, who you want to be loyal to is your family. Be loyal to your family because, so-called friends, they come and go. So Canelo was another one. Canelo was, I think he just signed with Oscar and Golden Boy because he just was being loyal, But now look, you see what happened. Now he's like, hey, I'm going to promote my own fights. If I do do business with anybody, it's going to be a one-fight deal. So he realized his value. He realized his potential. He realized, he's worth a whole lot. This pandemic has woke a lot of people up. That money that he was going to get from the Zone, he wasn't getting anymore because nobody's in the gate. The gates are not selling now, so it's no fans. There's no fans. There's no money. So, he ended up getting out of his contract, with Oscar and them, and now he's doing a one-fight contract deal with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn and them to fight Callum Smith. And after that fight, who's next? He might fight against Jamal Charlo and do a one-fight contract with PBC and Al Heyman. So when the year's up with Terence Crawford, I don't know what he's gonna do, But I'm happy that boxers are really starting to be real smart, Because we come a long way since the Don King days when fighters would sign a contract, a blank contract. Don King actually had a fighter sign a blank contract. A blank contract. I think those days are far, far, far gone now. And now fighters, especially boxers, are ahead of the game. And I think the MMA fighters need to catch up. Make like Hines and catch up because they not getting paid their worth. You got a higher risk sport, with lower reward. So at one point in time, maybe it was a few years ago, people were talking about MMA this, MMA that. They were actually putting boxing on notice. Boxing wasn't at the top like it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. MMA was stumping all over boxing. With the acceptance of a fight with Floyd, whoever Floyd fought, MMA had to take a back seat. But other than that, if it wasn't a big fight, people wasn't watching boxing like they were watching MMA. But guess what? Guess who was getting paid? Dana White. Dana White was getting paid. MMA fighters were not getting paid what they worth. Now you would say, well, $1 million, that's a lot of money, K9. What you talking about? Yeah, but you got Jones. You got Jones making $1 million, $2-3 million a fight. And we talk about the hottest sport at the time there is, MMA. I'm talking about MMA was super hot. And he's making $3 million. Well, Anthony Joshua is making $25 million. So you do the number. You count that. $3 million, which one you rather take? $3 million in a higher risk sport, lower reward, or lower risk sport, high reward, $25 million. You got 25. Jones is making $3 million. Joshua is making $25 million. Come on, man. Manny Pacquiao is making 20 million, 25 million. And boxing, like I say, was playing a backseat to MMA. So, hopefully that, the fighters, they starting to wake up. I see them boycotting and retiring. And, you see how when you cross over, when the MMA fighters cross over, they get more money in the sport of boxing. Same as the females. The females don't make that much money in boxing. But when they go and they cross over to the MMA, they actually make more money in MMA. Same thing as if a MMA fighter cross over and they get into the sport of boxing. As long as they got a name, they can make some money. Conor McGregor will never make $100 million in MMA. But he came before Floyd Mayweather and got $100 million. Let me rewind that. He got $100 million. Yes. So, that's what it is, a high risk, low reward, or low reward and high risk. So now we're talking about the fight this weekend. The fight this weekend is Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. Now, when you say the first name first, a lot of people don't understand that. But when you say Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, that means Danny Garcia is the one that's the man, So whenever they call the first name first, that's the person who's actually the bigger name. That's why you will see the bigger name. They'll say K9 versus such and such, or Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. You won't hear it, Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson is the one that's carrying the show. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. So in this situation, we would say Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. Now Errol Spence is favored to win, which he should be. But a lot of people are saying that Danny Garcia has a great chance to beat Errol Spence because of the car accident. And I kind of feel the same way, because you don't know how you're going to perform or how you're going to look when you get in that ring with them small gloves on. Anybody can get in the ring with them big gloves on. When you spar, you wear 16-ounce gloves. Some people wear 18-ounce gloves. Some little kids wear 14-ounce gloves. But at the end of the day, they're bigger gloves than the smaller gloves that you actually wear in a pro fight. Yeah, in a pro fight, even in the amateur fights, you wear smaller gloves. You wear 10-ounce gloves as far as the kids. But in the amateur gloves, they're a little more cushioned. But in a pro fight, in this pro fight that Errol Spence is finna have with Danny Garcia, it's gonna be no headgear. See, in the gym you got that headgear on, so you take it. It's a lot of cushion in the punches that you actually taking, and then you got the bigger gloves on, so you're not getting hit as hard. And I'm quite sure with both fighters, no, Errol Spence is not sparring anyone that's better than Danny Garcia at what he do, and Danny Garcia is not sparring nobody better than Errol Spence at what he do. So you get in there, and you haven't fought in a year or something, and you done had a car accident and almost lost your life, and then lost your teeth, and when you lose your teeth, man, teeth play a big part in your life, your DNA. People have died because they their teeth were messed up. You could get them that a toothache is one of the baddest things you can have. A toothache, man. I don't know how bad it is, because I'm a man, when it comes to a lady being pregnant and about to give birth, and how bad that is. But I know when I had a toothache, I'm thinking like, man, if being pregnant or having a baby is worse than this or as bad as this, oh my goodness, I feel for a woman. And Errol Spence, man, he lost all his teeth. He had to get a whole new set of teeth, and that's your DNA, man. So we don't know what's gonna happen when he get hit in the mouth. When he get hit in the mouth, will his teeth fall out? Will it be hurtful? Will it hurt a whole lot? You just don't know. I'm praying that everything be okay with him, and I take my hat off to him, because he could have came back and fought anybody. He came back and fought the top dog. He came back and fought a real killer. So at the end of the day, I respect Errol Spence no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, my hat goes off to Errol Spence. Danny Garcia is a real cool dude, and I messes with Danny Garcia. Him and his dad, we real cool, man. They some real people. So I just think this is gonna be a great fight, a super great fight, and don't blink. I think the one punch power actually goes to the smaller man. I think Danny Garcia is a smaller man, and he has the one punch power though. I haven't never saw Errol Spence catch a guy with one shot and he be out of there. You know, he fought against Mikey Garcia, and even though he punished Mikey Garcia, he did not knock him out. Mikey Garcia finished the fight. A lot of it was due to Mikey Garcia's heart, and I know his trainer, you know, which is his brother, wanted to stop the fight, but Mikey Garcia said, "Don't do it. I can hang in there." But if he would have got caught with them same shots against Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia got caught with them same shots against Danny Garcia, he'd have been out of there. Danny Garcia got some of the greatest highlight reels you could ever see. Man, go look at some of his highlight reels against, you know, guys like Amir Khan. Man, he'll hit you with that left hook, a counter left hook. He has the greatest left hook, counter left hook in boxing today. Danny Garcia does. And he actually did a workout today. You know, he did a workout for the promotions of the leading up to the fight for next week, and it was impressive. And he was doing exactly what I thought he was doing. He was counterpunching. You know, so I can't wait for that fight. That's going to be a great fight. Just like this weekend is going to be a great fight. So let me tap in and see what y'all talking about. Yeah, so yeah, Earl definitely, God definitely gets the glory. Marcel, what's happening, Marcel? I hope you get to fight that man. That would be a great fight. You say, I hope you get that fight. Okay, I don't know what fight you talking about, Marcel, but yeah, if it's a great fight, I hope I get it too. Yeah, so yeah, so Ronnie, so true, champ. Oh yeah, Ronnie, thanks, man. Yeah, you know I know a little bit. I only won 2 titles. Tim, what's up, Tim? Jesus for life, bro, for real. Yeah. What's up, Joe? Yeah, Ray Jones needs to fight like with John Reese. Yeah, I don't know. Because you know he fought John Reese, Marcel. He was he looked kind of big, man. He needed to be a lot faster. He needed to be faster. He needed to be moving a lot. In training, he should be moving a whole lot. Move. He had to be strong enough to be able to hold Mike Tyson too. I don't even know if he's strong enough to hold Mike Tyson. Like when they boxing and they get real hot for him, I don't think he can actually grab Mike Tyson and hold him. I don't think he's strong enough to hold him. I think if he try to hold Mike Tyson gonna bully Roy Jones, say, "Man, get up off me," and then probably catch him with something. So he has to be strong enough to hold him, and he has to be strong. He has to be fast enough, or his legs have to be strong enough to be able to move. Stick and move, man. Stick and move. Yeah. Yep. What's up, Kobe-son? Yeah, I'm timing it crazy, K9. Yeah. I look up to that. Yeah, timing is everything and some. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I think people are tired of seeing Danny Garcia, Thurman, and Spence fight each other. I think better fights are coming Crawford's way. Yeah, he gonna have to probably get with PBC. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think Masvidal and Pacquiao would make a lot in boxing? Of course, yeah. Masvidal, my man's from MMA. I can't even pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher his name, but yeah, Chop. I think that him and Pacquiao will make a whole lot of money because you know MMA, like I said, crossover sports with 2 stars, man. It does great wonders. It does great numbers. Yeah, so that's real talk. Nah, bro, I miss you. I've been calling you. Your phone been hitting the voicemail. I'm going to call you after the live stream. Oh yeah, hit me up. Yeah, hit me up. Hey Mac, you know I got like 3 phones, so hey, if one phone messes up or you can't catch me on the one, man, hit me on the other one, cause I sure ain't been seeing it. Yeah, salute K9. Absolutely, Rick. One love. Dogs are us. Yeah. How you doing, K9? I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I worked out earlier. Feel good, man. Shadow box, you know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good. Train tomorrow, I'm good. Spider Most, what's up though? You all right? Yeah. Nope, I don't think so either. Yeah, so yeah, man. I'm just chilling, man. You know, I just thought I'd tap in tonight. I don't be tapping in. You say Masvidal is the 170 pounds, Pacquiao is 140. Yeah, but it had to be an exhibition. You can fight at 170. Yeah, you can fight at 170 versus 140. You know what I mean? Or the other guy had to come down. You 170, 140. If it's an exhibition, you can. Hey, it don't matter. But a real fight, so they ain't gonna be the fight in a real fight. They had to be an exhibition. And after this fight this weekend, it's gonna be a lot of more exhibitions. Mike Tyson said that he don't mind fighting the exhibition with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and even Deontay Wilder. He said he don't mind. Tyson probably I think this is gonna be a 2 minute rounds too. So Tyson can fight 2 minute rounds all day. He smoked heavy weed, so he don't mind doing exhibitions because he probably ain't got the win to go no 12 round fights for the belt. He ain't about to fight 12 rounders. He can fight 8 rounders all day. 2 minute rounds. Psh, by the time he get tired, the fight over with. That's right. Hey, yeah, Mac, definitely for sure, man. Hit me up. Yeah, you got some good food too, boy. Hey, that food was all right, boy. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta tap in, hit the like button. Y'all gotta let me know that y'all messes with your dog. For real, for real. Yeah, but it's definitely, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I think Canelo will smash him. Yeah, Canelo will definitely smash Masvidal. Yeah, I think Garcia is fighting Spence at the right time. Hey, listen, you're on point with that one. He definitely fights Spence at the right time. That left hook is going to land, and the fight will come down to how Spence can take it. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. I think though, this is a eye opener for Spence because Spence realized that, hey man, I'm actually really human. Hey man, what I'm saying. I think he's very thankful that God blessed him to have another opportunity. At life. You know what I'm saying? Because his life was like before his eyes when he went through that window. You know what I mean? When he came out that car, flew out that car, he had to be thinking about, man, oh my Lord, God. Then when he woke up, man, was in the hospital and realized he was still here, he had to be thankful. So I think that that Spence is going to come in the best Spence he can possibly be. He's actually here to prove a point. You know what I mean? Because people are doubting him and saying that he ain't the same because of the accident. I think he's going to bring the best that he has. We don't know what the best is. He don't even know what the best is. He believes his best is the best. He been in the gym. I haven't been in the gym with him to see how good he's been looking. But once again, the gym work is different than actually being in there. In the gym, I was looking real good in the gym. I worked real good, looked real good in the gym. But then I got in my fight, I felt rusty. So gym work is different than actual work in a real fight. You know what I mean? So, and that's the truth. They ain't gonna do those fights. Yeah, they ain't gonna do them. Man, we'll see. We'll see. All things are possible. Anything can happen. Now I'm worried about Roy Jones. 2 minute rounds. Yeah. Hey, listen. 2 minute rounds is dangerous for Roy Jones. That means Mike Tyson know he ain't got nothing but another minute left. Yeah, I only got 10 seconds left. I only got 5 seconds left. Dang, I ain't knock him out. Okay, when the bell go ding ding, I only got 2 minutes. I only got 1 minute. He gonna be he gonna be swinging. He be going for the gusto. Man, it's right. He done made it to round 4. Man, I'm about to kill this guy. Man, so he ain't got long. You know what I mean? I think even with the women boxing, like when females box, I think they try to protect the females, and whoever is the legislator or whoever is over boxing, the commission that don't let the females fight 3 minute rounds, I think it's actually hurting the females because you can't really see their skills. They forced to fight like amateurs and had to throw a lot of punches because 2 minutes is like that. Now, for a person that's on the streets trying to fight 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I remember when I first started boxing and I got hit. I was like, wow, they hit back. You know what I'm saying? And then the 3 minutes came and I said, man, 3 minutes? Woo, 3 minutes felt like a year. So, respect fighters, man. Being a fighter is not easy. You know what I mean? Becoming a world champion, like I became a world champion at the age of 37, it should be respect on my name. Big time. I did it the hard way. I did not, let me repeat, I did not have any help. No, I didn't have no help. Promoters were knocking down my door because I started boxing late. See, promoters are like pimps. Most promoters are like pimps. You know what I'm saying? They want you if you're about something. You know what I'm saying? They can use you. They gonna mess with you. You feel me? They couldn't use me. What I mean by use me, I'm not talking about use me for us like just do me wrong. I'm talking about something they couldn't really take me to the networks and say, hey, this is K9. He's a 2-time gold medalist. Hey, this is K9. You know what I mean? He done had 100 and some amateur fights. He won gold medals. He won tournaments. He won the nationals. yeah. So yeah. So yeah, yeah. So hey, something's in here. I'm trying to figure out what this is. So I don't know who you are, but you can tell me. Now I'm just trying to figure out what what the something said in my ear. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, back to the subject, you know what I'm saying? So y'all like my new headphones I went and got? Ooh. Yeah, we rock. Yeah, yeah, that was Siri. Yeah, Siri was bothering me just now, y'all. So I don't want y'all to be wondering, like, man, what K9 had a moment or something? He didn't get hit in the head too much. He done came back to haunt him. Now Siri said something in my ear, and I'm like, what the heck is she talking about? She talking some K9. What's going on? When you fighting again? I'm like, maybe the end of the month, the end of next month. Yeah. So I'm just trying to like really break stuff down in a fighter's perspective. You know what I mean? I actually have been in there. I done had actually 44 pro fights. Let me rewind that. I done had 44 pro fights, and that's major. 44 pro fights, and I'm 47 years old and still boxing, and you can actually hear the words come out my mouth clear. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? And I thank God for that because fighting up against the ropes and getting hit and not hitting back and even just getting hit. Period. It's not good. You're gonna get hit. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna get hit, but to get hit willingly, I don't think it's a good thing. And I understand fighters be hitting themselves to try to wake themselves up and trying to get ready for the punch that's gonna happen. But you would never see me hitting myself. I'm already gonna get hit. I'm not gonna hit myself to wake myself up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna prepare for the fight and try to get hit as least as possible. I definitely think that in the gym we need someone like the commission over boxing to go to these gyms to make sure that people aren't sparring too hard or too much. I mean, because a lot of these guys are getting hurt in the gym before they actually have their fights, and they get knocked out. They already ready for one punch, or they're already one punch away from getting knocked out because of all the punches they took in the gym. And a lot of these trainers are YouTube trainers. They go and they watch what's going on YouTube. Everybody see Floyd doing his pad work with Roger Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather Sr. So now everybody done copy that style. And it looks good, but will it actually work in a fight? Nobody is actually in front of a person said, okay, throw a punch at me. Okay, I'm going to roll it. I'm going to throw a punch back. Bop, 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 bop. Then you roll. I'm throwing back. That doesn't work in the real world. So now when you in there with somebody that's moving, and you have to get out that shell, you got to go catch the man or you got to go walk the man down. Now you don't know what to do because you're so used to being in the pocket and punches coming back at you, blocking them, throwing them back. So that's not realistic. So I don't, I might do a drill and have you do that, what I'm saying, while we doing pad work. But I'm trying to teach you how to box, how to jab, how to throw the right hand. I mean, if you go watch when Emmanuel Stewart give pad work, you don't see him doing all that, blah, 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 and he is considered the greatest trainer of all time. But everybody has copied that style, and, if you can make money, what I'm saying, doing that, then so be it, but, and you only as good as your trainer, or you only as good as you want to be, and and what's out here, everybody doing the same thing. So it's going to be who's the best of what they doing, but once I get on the scene and I get me a few champions, I'm going to have a lot of fighters coming to me because they're going to see what I'm doing is actually working. I believe that being in the city of Detroit isn't the same opportunity it is if you are in Florida, or if I was in Vegas, or if I was over the United Kingdom. I think if I was in the United Kingdom, or I was in Vegas, or I was in LA, or I stayed in Florida, I think that I would have a lot of more opportunities because I am a fighter / trainer. And I think the training for as world champions and great fighters and people that's already in position, I don't have them same opportunities because I'm actually looked at as a fighter and not a trainer, and I'm here where the opportunity of training great fighters isn't actually here yet. It's actually in different cities like Vegas, like California, Florida, just where all the great fighters are. United Kingdom, overseas, that's where the opportunities are at as far as boxing. And in Detroit, it isn't like it used to be. It used to be a time in the city of Detroit. Man, you said Crunks. I think Siri finna say something again right here too. So we definitely need to stop Siri from talking. SB, yeah, you hear me, SB? Shawana, Siri finna say something again. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why Siri keep talking. Yeah, yeah. You got to disown Siri. But yeah. Like I was saying though, that when you mentioned Crunk back in the days, you knew you was gonna fight a Crunk fighter. You was like, oh man, you was scared. You knew you was in trouble. You knew you was about to get that butt whooped. But now if you bring up somebody from Detroit name, you be like, oh man, we finna fight. Oh man, K9, he 47 years old. We about to go fight such and such. Oh man, we gonna crush them. So but everybody get a turn. And like a doorknob, everybody get a turn. And I know it used to be a time, boy, you said Ohio. You was fighting guys from Ohio. We was like, oh, yeah, we going to mop them boys. When I fought guys in Ohio, they brought up Ohio guys. We was like, oh, yeah, the bum of the week. We was ready. But now, shoot, Ohio got, on paper, they got better fighters than the fighters in Detroit. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Definitely is what it is. Yeah, so looks like I'm about to tap out, y'all. I just wanted to kick it with y'all and drop a few dimes. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all was catching them dimes. Catching them dimes from Nate Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. I remember though, when I signed with Oscar De La Hoya though. All right, man, listen. I signed with him for the Canelo fight, and they were gonna give me the Canelo fight. But when I beat Corey Spinks that second time, they was like, "Oh no, he's not getting that fight." Sometimes you could be, sometimes you better you were better than what you need to be sometimes, And if I wasn't as strong, as you say, awkward style, I say awkward is good. You got to go check out my awkward video. My video called Awkward. Awkward is good when you a world champion. You know what I'm saying? When you winning, it's good. So I think with my style being awkward, it's like you never know where I'm coming from or how I'm gonna hit you or where I'm gonna hit you. And being strong and I know how to win. I think that's the reason why I didn't get to fight with Floyd. And that's the reason why I didn't get to fight with Canelo. Because at one point in time, if you go look at my Instagram, when I threw up that Throwback Thursday picture, they had the fighters on HBO who were current world champions at the time. And it was Canelo, it was Floyd Mayweather, and it was me, myself, and I. But did they fight me? No. Now, Canelo, I must admit, he probably give me that work right now. But at that point in time, styles make fights. I would have beat the brakes off Floyd. I would have beat the brakes off Canelo. I would have beat the brakes off Cotto. You know what I'm saying? But, that time came and went. And it'll never be a fight between me and Canelo because he don't even fight in my weight class anymore. He's fighting like super middleweight, light heavyweight. And Cotto has retired. And Floyd is only fighting exhibitions. All right. So I see Marcel said K9 versus Charlo. That is actually the fight that I want. Jermell Charlo. K9 versus Jermell Charlo. That's the fight that I want. And I'm going to keep punching. And I'm going to see how good I look this fight that I'm about to have soon. And I'm going to keep upgrading. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's a song that what's that Beyonce got? Is it called Upgrade? I don't know, but I'm going to keep upgrading. So my next fight will be 8-rounder, scheduled for 8-rounder. And we're going to go from there. Yeah, y'all got to keep hitting them likes, man. I said we got 17 likes. I appreciate y'all, I appreciate y'all. Y'all see the Cash App, too. You know what I mean? If y'all want to, donate to the page, the Vimo, all that is right there. Show some love. It's all good. Come on, champ. You got to dunk that layup. K9 versus Charlo. No comment. We trying here. Okay. Yeah, I don't get what you're saying at that moment. I guess when I rewatch it, I understand exactly what you're saying. Hi, bro. Okay, hi, bro. Yeah, you from India? Men don't normally say to other men, hi, bro. It's probably, what's up? Like your man Mark would say, what's up? What's up? Yeah. Yep. You said it again. Yeah. We want it too, though. Definitely. Hey, man, listen. like I say, Charlo has 3 belts, 3 belts right now, and I would love to fight for 3 belts at one time. And I'm getting sharp. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm getting sharp, man. And my dog Paul, hey, he was encouraging me like, man, Kaden, I think you still got it, man. I be seeing you looking good, and I've been training, and man, and thank God I got back in the ring after 3.5 years, and I got the victory. I didn't look my best, but I got the stoppage, and I got a lot of ring rust off me. So I'm looking to fight again real soon, and I think that I'm gonna be looking even sharper my next fight. And after that fight, I'm gonna fight again. I'm gonna look sharper that fight. And the good thing is that I'm actually fighting back to back to back. As a current world champion, I think what hurt me is I was only fighting once a year. And ring rust can actually sit on you after fighting once a year. If I can redo it, I would have fought Charlo, Jamar Charlo, right after I fought that fight against Carlos Molina, because I was super sharp, and I had just fought in an arena that was super hot because they was trying to get me to tire out, to gas out. It was a setup, you know what I mean? But God saw what was going on, and he gave me the victory. And he helped me prepare in the gym where it was real hot, because he knew that they was going to try to turn the heat up, or was going to turn the heat up in that fight. So he saw everything that was going to happen way ahead of time, and I was prepared for it. I didn't understand why I didn't complain about training in the heat, but I didn't. And God, it was all God, man. And I give glory to him. And to this day, that's right, to this day, as Deontay Wilder would say, I'm the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be tapping in tomorrow too, y'all. Make sure y'all come on live. It'll be at 9 o'clock, the Dog Pound, with the co-host James King, and we'll have a few guests. I'm quite sure he probably text me the guests. So we'll have John Scully, a former world champion, and we'll have Layman Brewster, another former heavyweight world champion who beat Klitschko. So we trying to see if we can have Barrios to come on tomorrow too. He actually just fought on that Gervonta Davis, Leo Santa Cruz undercard. So tap in tomorrow, y'all, 9 o'clock. And keep hitting them likes, man. Hit them likes. Share these videos. People need to know that the dog is coming. Exactly. And they need to be getting this knowledge, y'all. They need to be getting this knowledge from someone that's actually been in there. Somebody that fought all around the world. Country to country. State to state. City to city. Who's been promoted by everybody. I'm talking about from Don King, to who's fought on cards with, Top Rank, Mayweather Promotions, who's actually was offered a chance, or offered opportunity to actually be promoted or be managed by 50 Cent. Now, I remember 50 Cent called me and wanted me to sign with his management team, him and Jay Prince. So, I got a gang of experience, y'all. A gang, and y'all just need to keep tapping in and soak this knowledge up. Soak this knowledge up for real, for real. Yeah. So any plans to make training videos? Yes, it is. I actually have some videos. If you go look at my tutorial videos, the videos of me teaching, some boxing workouts, how to hit the speed bag, how to cut the ring off. I actually have them. Some training videos, but I'm gonna actually get some training videos. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to get these videos out here, where I can actually get them out here, where everybody can see them all around the world, where it won't just be. It seems like when you give stuff to people for free, they don't appreciate it as much. So maybe if I put some videos out here and have a charge on looking at the videos, maybe they appreciate it more. Someone that doesn't have money can go and go into a shop, let's say a car shop, and say, hey, man, I don't have no car. I'm trying to go to work. I need a car. Can you help me out? And they look at them like they crazy. But then somebody that doesn't need their money or need a car, like a Michael Jordan, can go into that same dealership and get a car for free. The world is crazy like that, And I understand, but, help a brother out. If a brother is in need, help him. Absolutely help him. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So no, I appreciate y'all, man, from tapping in at Champ Talk, K9 Boxing Live. But yeah, I'm about to be out, man. One love and Jesus for life. Peace.